Hello everyone and welcome to Fableheim and Iratus, Lord of the Dead. Today, we are in the beta branch version of the game, version 0.170, testing out the system overhauls for the pre-patch and launch version of the game. So if you are from the future and the game is already released, I'm sure you're having a grand old time. And hi, these things will look familiar, but for me, these are new. Not brand new, because I did actually do some farming and experimentation of my own on Cakewalk. But I'll talk about that. I wanted to make sure I knew what I was talking about before I made this series. And I'll explain why soon. But speaking of Cakewalk, the way that difficulties increase in difficulty has changed a little bit. Previously, it was mostly due to inflation of stats, and maybe some few tweaks here and there, but now, as you can see all the changes, we're going to be playing on More Pain again, just to feel out the difference. And on More Pain, it is now an average amount of resources at the beginning, average rewards after battles, stronger enemies, there's some elite enemies in usual battles, enemies can get inspired, less vigor recovery for minions out of battle, Iratus recovers less mana out of battle, and usual graveyard efficiency. As you increase in difficulty, all of these gets less. In good always wins, minions don't heal out of battle, and Iratus doesn't recover any mana out of battle, and everything else is decreased. And Eternal Harvest is, well, how do you even win Eternal Harvest? It feels like it doesn't give you anything. But anyway, we might reach that someday. For today, we're going to be playing on More Pain and Cakewalk difficulties now have checkpoints, which is basically if you were to lose, instead of losing the entire game, you would restart on the floor that you were at. So if you die to the Pyromancer on floor 3, you'll begin at floor 3 again instead of, the beginning. But we're the best, so we're going to turn that off. Here we go. Now I mentioned that I played through this quite a bit on Cakewalk, and that is because the name of this series is The Grand Experiments of the Defiler. The Defiler staring at you with these lovely red and orange eyes. And we cannot conduct grand experiments without access to every single creation. Yes, I did it. It took me, 7 hours or something. It was a lot. But anyway, on to the beta explanations, and then we'll get into our lovely creations and all of the mad schemes that I've hatched to create combinations and fun, simple shenanigans. First things first, changes to the graveyard. I love them. Mwah, they're beautiful. Thank you, Unfrozen. What happens now, whenever you go to build something, we'll actually build this first. I need a Wraith. What happens when you build something is that the builder will now be the person...
Why do I get this sinking feeling in my putrefied gut?
That works there. So you don't need to send another minion to fill this now vacant slot. And the same is with whenever you upgrade it. This Banshee would be the worker there. So you basically just sacrifice one creation for all of eternity, instead of having to sacrifice one creation and then having to put another one just there, I guess. The only exception to this rule is the arena, because the arena just gives experience to minions sitting in it, so you have to be able to pull them out. So the arena remains the same as it was. Everything else has been improved. And thank you. Good change. Now, where do I begin here? There have been changes to Alchemy. We'll start with Alchemy. So in Alchemy, Extraction is here, which has been there before. It is to create items. The difference now is it requires 3 of stuff, and some of the items have been changed around, like this Demonic Essence is no longer evasion. It is now increases physical damage dealt. And Golden Tooth is now increased crit damage dealt instead of increased luck. Increased luck was pretty good. I miss it, but we are where we are. There's also now Calcination, which can be converted into mana. You can convert 2 parts into more mana. And Distillation, you can convert 2 parts into Vigor for all of your minions sitting here. That's probably going to be really important on later difficulties. And there's Transmutation. What this does is they kind of combined the Transmutation and the thing that made things rarer. You can't now just make 2 bones, 1 bone of a higher quality. You have to put in 2 of anything to convert it to some thing, and there will be a chance for it to be a higher quality. We're using 2 common bones. It's calculated based off the quality of the items and off of Iratus' level. So when you get later into the game, these 2 common bones could quite simply just become a rare whatever you want it to be. I do like that now you can put in whatever you want here. It used to be like you needed 2 flesh to make 1 heart, and 2 weapons to make 1 armor, so on and so forth. I do like that they made it more free, so you can use whatever you have a crap ton of. So because of the changes to alchemy, there were changes to talents. They had to change around quite a few things, and they tried to buff up abilities that they thought were being underutilized. The biggest change, I think, is through the alchemy tree. They basically shuffled things around, moved it around. And it is kind of boring. I know, I'm aware. But my belief is that a strong building can only be built upon a strong foundation. So we're going to put our beginning points into
the will becomes free.
Alchemy. We want more digger souls so we can build more buildings to get more passive effects. We want more artifact chances because artifacts have been changed, and I'll talk about that next. We want this for more parts. I think that's all I really need then. More brains is always nice. And then there is another addition, which is throughout the trees there are these minions gain X. So here, there's minions gain 10 vigor. These are really nice passive bonuses that kind of incentivize you to go through stuff. Like right here, there's 2 in alchemy. Minions gain 8 luck. 8 luck is amazing, so it's probably worth going down even though I don't really intend on using calcimation much. Right here, minions gain 3 dread. Easiest 1 point spent of my life. Another mechanic that has been added is spell power. And spell power just increases either the damage of spells or their efficiency, depending on what the spell is. Each spell has its own label of telling you what spell power does, which you can see over here in artifacts. Ja-ja. You can also see Iratus' level. Look at that lovely little face at level 1. Spell power, the amount of wrath you begin a battle with, and the amount of mana you regain after battle. Yeah. As always, whenever you begin a new campaign, you start with a single random artifact. For us, we got for each enemy killed in battle, Iratus additionally gains 2% of the maximum experience amount of the current level.
Fetching.
Nice. You can also now disintegrate artifacts. There are 3 slots, but you don't need all 3 of them filled. You can disintegrate 1 if you want. This will just destroy an artifact permanently and convert it into experience points. It is lovely. It was a good change. I like it a lot. I think that was everything else to talk about with Iratus. Oh, right. They added in a ton of new artifacts and creation items, for your little minions. That the goal of them, they have some very specific purposes. And they said that the goal was to increase replayability and to kind of give players a direction to build their compositions around as you start getting artifacts that are, again, for very specific purposes. We'll probably see them because I'm going to be aiming for chests and coffins. Chests and coffins. A lot. Because they're strong. The Humanorum has also been changed. It used to just kind of list the dude and what their little lore was. But now you can see all their stats and you can see their abilities, which is very, very helpful. Thank you. Apparently that was a large request, and I'm glad that they fulfilled it. Now then, creations. This is where the biggest and most important change took place, and it is a gorgeous change. All of the abilities are still here, and all of them have their, upgrade path, and you get passive abilities, whichever upgrade path you choose, but these have been toned down a little bit because players can now distribute stats of their own volition. It is so, so good. Thank you. It's beautiful. Now, of course, sometimes there is still kind of some linear progression here because you can only upgrade something so many times. So for the skeleton, attack can only be upgraded 5 times, and you only get 2 stat points per level. But, and sometimes they cost more than 2, the upgrade. Wards and block are so expensive. They're usually like 6 or 8 points. It's insane. I mean, they're obviously really powerful, but, still a lot. And parts have been changed. Let's go ahead and make something. I want to make the Unfrozen. Here we go.
The chill of the grave.
So you can see these are the parts that we used to create this minion, it now always goes to default when you just hit the fill button. It won't put in like higher quality stuff, just the basic stuff. And the reason is because you no longer need the alchemy talent to change these. Anyone can do it at any time. And higher quality materials give you stat points. So I believe uncommon gives 2, rare gives 4, and legendary gives 8. So if you have a full legendary hero like our good old legendary vampire, oh, you got lots of points. And I actually figured out how to use the vampire, but I don't think we're going to be using her today. What do I want here? I want the Bone Golem because we've never used him before. He was my last one to unlock. Getting 70 bones took forever. So long. We have the Unfrozen. I think I want the Ghoul. Oh, I need the Dampier, don't I? I found a new strategy. I found actually quite a few combinations, but we'll do this one. It's primarily between the Dampier and the Unfrozen. Are you intrigued? I hope so. I can't do it level 1, I need level 3 first. Oh, right, speaking of that, you can now upgrade your abilities every 3 levels. And your ultimate ability at level 15. So the leveling balance scale has been changed to reflect that. Now I need someone in the last spot. The Bride? I still haven't found a person that I really love to be in the 4th slot. Like, obviously the Lich is here. I guess he can be in it. There's not really a difference. And I've had a lot of fun with the Vampire now. The reason I couldn't figure her out is because of this feature. She gains 6 attack each time an enemy escapes or goes insane. So you want to combo her with an Insanity comp, or at least have one really powerful Insanity person in there, and do your shenanigans. Like, I was using the Mummy, the Mummy and the Infested with her, both of them, and she was just going off. She had 24 plus attack like every battle. It was hilarious. I still haven't figured out the Black Widow. She's kind of funny. She builds Spider Venom on everyone that causes them to lose 2% Vigor and Sanity every turn. And so I was like, does this stack? So I just brought 4 Black Widows with me. And it does stack. If you were curious. It does stack. Give the Dampier, we have Unfrozen. Lich. Do I just bring the Lich? I guess. I might as well, right? I do enjoy the Blood Phantasm as well. He is very good. But he can't do anything in the final slot except for Chains of Anger repeatedly. Shade's not very helpful here. We'll just bring the Lich.
Might I use this one sparingly if I care for my minions?
If I care for my minions. Now, when I first... Oh. I'll explain after that. But here we go. This is the introduction... not tutorial. Text. The kingdom had need of the vast riches buried underneath the castle. Great veins of iron that promised to fuel conquest after conquest, along with ancient artifacts from a long-forgotten age. The dwarves were eager to offer their services in this project, bringing their untested mining equipment and experimental concoctions for the promise of wealth. They only needed bodies that could obey, and that the humans could provide. With dungeons filled to the brim with both criminals and rebels, there was no shortage of slaves to work these mines. Drugs were used to keep them docile as they dug ever deeper, year after year, unaware of the mortal danger that awaited them below. That's me. Okay, so when I first unlocked the Lich, I didn't like him. I didn't understand what he was doing. And I still remember comments that were like, the Lich is good, promise me, not promise me, but trust me, just use his toxic cloud. And as it turns out, the Lich is very good. It's strong. I don't actually remember what... I think he's fine. There, maybe? Just give this a good old poke, get rid of that block. So the combo here relies on 2 characters, and that is the Unfrozen and the fallen Dampier. I don't like this position. I would have liked the Unfrozen to start here and then move himself backwards. That would have been ideal, I think. But anyway, just start working on these people. And the strategy revolves around the Unfrozen's feature, which is that for every initiative point the enemy has less than him, he deals additional damage. Deals additional 5% damage for each point of difference. And the fallen Dampier can upgrade her trap so that it removes all initiative. So basically that just means every point of initiative that the Unfrozen has, which is right now 4 + 1 for 5, will deal plus 5% additional damage for each one. So right now it'd be at 25% additional damage, which scales pretty high. It's pretty good. Now the Bone Golem is actually the chunkiest frontliner I've ever seen. Definitely in this game. And most of his abilities are around people or him missing additional HP. I still haven't figured it out if it's him or the enemies. One of them is him. It even says so. So maybe that means they're all him. Maybe it means just the one that says it's him is him. I don't know. Maybe someone out there does. Because I certainly don't. I do also love the Dampier's Wrath attacks, because they're basically the same thing. One of them is a magical attack that will remove all resistance. One of them is a physical attack that will remove all armor. It just gives her the ability to be incredibly helpful in situations where others might not. I'm even going to use it right now. Just kidding, no I'm not. I want to use the Bone Golems. Get over here. Here we go. Physical attack. Deals damage, has a chance to stun, and the Golem loses HP. The Golem can also destruct, self-destruct, which is scary. Can also give out 2 block, which is pretty powerful. Can heal himself, also powerful. You just see the point. He is a frontline beefy boy, and holy crap. You stunned everything. I'm proud of you. Okay, please kill this.
Good.
Thank you. The Dampier does heal whenever she crits.
I didn't think it would be this easy.
Betrayal. Yeah, I don't like the setup. Something is missing. Is it missing, though? Ow. Well, the Lich is gonna have to go heal anyway, so... Ow. I had to say it. Here. Get shot. I'm not even gonna put a cloud down, I'm just gonna kill it. Boosh.
Another step towards my eternal kingdom.
Okay, I think the Bone Golem has to come out. Maybe, I don't know. We could just bring in a bride. We already got Epic Dust, wow. So the Bone Golem, he does only physical damage. Or only damage. He has a Dread Stab, but I don't know why. I'm pretty sure he has no way to deal stress damage. Yep. No way to deal stress damage. He also has a ridiculous amount of Vigor at 155. The highest in the game, I think. Oh yeah, you need accuracy. That's right. See, his ward and block are 7 points. Ooh. Ooh. I brought out the Bone Golem because I haven't done much with him, but the Bone Golem is basically just a giant tank. Getting the Ghoul was also a task. I actually found a really efficient strategy for doing it that I might make a video for, if people are interested. Otherwise, I wish I had more resources, because I'd make a vampire and show you that trick, but I don't think I can. What was I using in that one group? I think I had a Blood Phantasm.
You, my bloody hand, I your vengeful eyes.
And I think a Bride. I think this was the composition that I was using. I'll show you what it's like. We need to go collect some more Tyrios as well. And then I can start making more stuff and we can do more experiments. Oh, it's going to be so fun. I'm so excited. I love this game. So if we want materials, we need to kill stuff, don't we? Do we want to go left in swoop or right in swoop? Right in swoop, right? We can get these steals for free XP. I'm not actually sure who needs it more, Iratus or free ghoul. I love the ghoul too. She is crazy. I actually did some research, and apparently the ghoul used to eat her own allies. And so the strategy at the time was to get the ability to summon shades, which I think is somewhere down the magic tree, and just summon shades for her to eat. It was weird. Anyway, here's the trap. It just deals damage on people standing in the spot. And makes it so they can't move. By default. I don't want to do that yet. I also tried out making it so the Blood Phantasm can like mark one of his friends. And that will... Ow. That will damage anyone that attacks that person. Are you blocked from moving, or can I? No. Okay. Not even I can move him. Oh, I love this attack. I was finishing a thought, but I completely lost it. I'm sorry. But anyway, this is the Wrath attack for the Blood Phantasm. And it heals. How cool is that? And it has, like, the sickest animation. Don't move. This ability removes initiative. So you can see they're now, this guy's now at 0 initiative, which means that Unfrozen does more damage.
Ooh, this one voided its bowels just as it died.
The bride's kind of boring, but she is reliable. Which is kind of important for me right now. I think I can just kill him with this. Oh, I missed. That's another, ow. That's another thing that I like about the this new stat allocation.
You know, if this keeps up, I'll be done purging the world ahead of schedule.
Because you can really lean into accuracy, and you need, like, I don't even know how much you need. I liked sitting around 115. That felt comfortable. He says as he ignores it right now. 100's enough. Some of these characters don't even have 100, like this Unfrozen. Ugh, sickening. This fallen Dampier. I need to make something now. Excavation? Yep.
The excavation is far too extensive. No, this was not the result of a battle. All these bodies were placed here deliberately.
Also, I just realized that I had a Bride of Iratus already, and I didn't have to make one. She can go here. Well, we aren't really using mana yet. I need someone to go here. So next time we put the Death Knight there. Dark Knight. Same thing. We can get a new talent. I think I want this. Well, we'll get this.
The formulae reveal their secrets.
Because artifact means family. No, artifact means I can disintegrate stuff for more experience. Ooh, I love the Serpent Skull. This is one of the new creation items. Starting at the position 3 or 4 minion, receives 5 luck and 5% critical damage till the battle ends. Stacks up to 5 times. The Bride of Iratus is a lucky gal. I don't know if I want her to have it, though. I mean, who else is going to use it right now? Take a look at our creations real quick. The Vampire, the Fallen Dampier, the Bride. Those are like super heavy crit people. Alright, we give it to the Bride. Should I give it to the one that's not half dead? Nah. Oh, let me use our alternative skins. They're gorgeous for some of the newer things. So this Blood Phantasm, boom, gold. And his little chains have a purple end. Purple tips. The ghoul becomes this. I like this way better. And the Fallen Dampier. I've actually never seen this one. Oh. Dapper. I like it. What about you? Ooh. Look, he's a little crest on his hip shield thing. But as I was saying, the ghoul used to eat her own allies to become more powerful. Now she's just ridiculously strong. She is like a glass cannon attacker. One of her abilities, this hits really hard, and it gives her +2 attack every time she uses it until the battle ends, but enemies that are killed by this don't leave parts. This one deals more damage for debuffs. This is an amazing buff. 8 attack, 8 dread, 8 luck, 8 evasion for 2 turns. So you can use it once you like butcher yourself into the back and don't feel like moving. She can also eat her own allies. Not like devour them like she did before, but you just like take a bite out of them and heal some of your health. That could pair well with the Bone Golem that just infinitely repairs itself. Digest a devoured enemy, which you can devour them with lunch break. If they have 20% vigor, you can instantly consume them. It's pretty fun. So let's move on, shall we? This is an elite battle. Ruh-roh. Ooh, I actually have a thought. Hopefully I can move in time. My initiative is not great here. But my thought... Ow. So about me giving that thing to the really low health bride. My thought had to do with this guy. This spearman is really annoying because of his... Oh, well that's annoying, but his stance is really annoying. Thankfully, he couldn't do that. So I was wondering if I'd be able to trap him and prevent him from moving. Because when he stances, he like puts his spear out and goes backwards or something. Oh. Apparently his friend can move him out. So let's kill him. That should be enough.
One less annoyance in the world.
Well, the mage killed his spearman and my bride. I don't know how I feel about that. We have no magic besides you. You're a magic dude. Are you, though? Crossbow bolts to the face would hurt, you would think. You have a debuff. Now you have 1 HP. Here, heal me.
Ooh, I didn't think it would be this easy.
Now I can devour it. Or digest it. I already devoured it. The Blood Phantasm is also super tanky. Like, just by default. Look, he took 5 less damage than our good old ghoul. Okay. Guess I'll trap. I like using the trap. I don't know why. It's not horribly helpful against these lads, but I'll do it anyway. Ignition would work, I guess. I think she can lunch break in any position, so might as well start. Yep. Yes. Oh, didn't take a turn. Nice. Okay. So let's kill someone. Actually, let's buff you. Because he can hit 2 people at once with his, like, Q attack. And he's probably going to be the one using Wrath. Assuming he's in position. Which he's not. Costs 40, we have 60. Move.
Strength through pain.
Now heal. Position heal thyself. Smack. Aw. I did heal a little bit. Okay, don't butcher them. Wait, how much is this? 5 to 6? You have exactly 6. Let's hope it works. We have a 50-50 to kill this guy. 50-50. And we lost. We lost the 50-50. Well, he's dead now, so... That's not doing a whole lot of initial damage because he has resistance. Now he doesn't.
Hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
That was a good combination. Ow. The way it calculates it is good for us. Aw, it's only 18. Whoosh. We took quite a bit of damage from that one.
World will be mine.
But look at those resources. We did get our item back though, so that was important. Okay, here we go. The combo's online. So we pick up Magical Trap. Gives us 2 evasion. And enemies placed inside can't move and lose all initiative.
Expect results.
You'll get them. Accuracy 103. Bring out you. You're going here.
In short, while I have managed to gather every scrap of significant mortal knowledge down here, it's about as dull as you'd imagine.
So we need you here. You can be there. You're really low on HP, but you can still be there. Actually, you can... So if we did it like this is fine. Where can you shoot from? The first 3. So we could technically bring the ghoul again. Technically. The bride is just a safe, reliable option. Again, I don't know if she's the best. I like having the shade in the final slot, but he's kind of like a stress guy. I mean, he doesn't do stress himself, but, you know, he's weird. That's the best way to put it. We could bring out a zombie, but that's kind of sketchy. Kinda. Lost Souls are sketchy too. I get their combinations and stuff, but they're still sketchy. I don't like buffing the enemy. That doesn't feel good. Okay, let's go with this combo. We'll make this work. Ooh, free XP. I think we're getting Iratus experience, even though I want to experience this group. Give it to Iratus. That brings us up to 2. I think I want... Ooh. I want that.
Rivers will run red.
So I picked up just 3 attack and the better resource stuff. Another elite is mixed in here. Oh, I should have put something in the mortuary. Ruh-roh. They have so much initiative. But I'm gonna put an end to that. Let's go ahead and buff up. Yes, debuff the Bone Golem. We're gonna wait with you so we can start trapping people. What to do? What to do? Probably just gonna heal myself at this point. And now, the fun begins. 26. I think I can pull this miner into the trap. Ow. That really hurt. I don't think I can use the Bone Golem's ability. I don't remember how much the Unfrozen's is. Okay.
This will be your end.
We should be okay. This is... Oh, it's 40. We're 1 short. Okay, I'll wait. The Bone Golem is so dead, though. I almost just killed it right now. At least we stunned this one. That's nice. And then I killed it. That brings both of them into the traps. Yeah, got kicked down the order. Just keep placing the traps. That was her sole existence. Oh, right, the ward. Well, let's try this. I've never done this before. Oh.
A predictable outcome.
That was cool. The reason I did that is because that Doomsayer, Dooms, whatever he was going to hit all of us anyway. So, with the Bride, Luck and Evasion, the Unfrozen, I'm trying to remember what I did here. We currently aren't in position to use Ice Wave. I think I did this. Purging Blizzard. So I can remove buffs. This Shattering Cold is also really good for this level. Buff any minion that was in the trap, increasing attack by 15% and luck by 15. Where the enemy who placed the trap loses 25 vigor. I think I'll do Protective Cold. It gives me one more initiative, which is cool. At one point,
Get back to battle.
In my experimentation, I had so much initiative with the Unfrozen that I could delay my turn. Speaking of initiative, hello. I could delay my turn and be last for turn 1 and be first for turn 2. It was actually hilarious. Damage for the fallen Dampier. Okay, what do we got as far as... We're getting there on resources. Is it time to create the second group? Can I have fun with a vampire? Dance in the vampire's bond. Pretty good anime. The vampire actually also works really well with the Lich. Let's bring the Lich out. I think I upgrade Iratus again. Because minions are getting tons of experience. I kind of want this luck. I'm gonna have to get this. Do I even like this? No, not really. This one seems good. Boo. What type of magic would we be looking for? We could use this.
Hey, I want to show you a little magic trick.
Initiative is always good, and we're fighting enemies that have like 3 enemies with more initiative than us, but it also combos really well with our current composition to buff the Unfrozen. We can probably also pick up Arcana onto Deluvia. Here's the Summon Shade thing. And this Blood Curse is how you get vampires. In case you're curious. I don't recover any mana, do I? Which one is it? I recover 5. Okay. I don't think I need to spend points in Arcana Deluvia then.
Finally, this item finds its way into my capable hands.
I wouldn't call that a good item, though, Iratus. Alrighty. Time for haste. For some science.
Speed of thought.
Yes, your spell power decreases this mana cost. So we're going to delay with you. You're going to keep buffing yourself. The thing to do, of course. You're going to trap this guy. The fun part about using the Lich and this Fallen Dampier strat is you just create this one position on the board that is absolute terror for an enemy to stand in. And it's hilarious. Wait a minute. It got rid of it. I think. How much initiative do you have? It did get rid of it. Ugh. See? Initiative. Power. Well, I screwed up. For some reason I thought they stacked, but you know, all of a sudden it makes a lot of sense they don't. Get wrecked. The cloud's still really powerful. So I think the way I would use this then is cloud the back positions and trap the front positions. Because trap can only go in the first 2 slots.
Savor these last few heartbeats.
And I'm not sure if I mentioned it. I think I did. But I had a theory that with my remarkable amount of hindsight, in my Kingmaker of the Damned playthrough, I leaned too heavily towards stress or attack damage, and the real way I should approach it
Carve open their husks
is by a combination of the two. And I don't know if what I'm about to say next is true, but in my experience, I seem to have noticed that enemies have a higher chance of dying from a stress heart attack if they're lower on health. Again, I don't actually know if that's true. I would like to believe it is, but I don't know. Please don't do that.
Want to make them a bit sturdier next time.
Bah, humbug. And I do like how one insanity can trigger another insanity. Oh, and I was talking about this earlier, but I never explained why. The Dampier's feature is that she gets one attack and one dread until the battle ends when she receives damage. So for the Blood Phantom, when I was trying to level up his mark thingy that made people attack his marked person more, I was trying to get everyone to just attack the Dampier while he was riposted, to give her bonus attack and to heal. And it was pretty good, honestly. It just felt weird having two characters that didn't do a whole lot.
I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
Nothing is living very long. This is how I found out, or how I feel most of these games go at the start, though. Like, everything is expendable and everything's dying until you start leveling up. I'm using Adore Him a lot, right? Does Spell Power help me? I guess I'm just gonna Adore Him.
Prove yourself worthy of my investment.
How can you not adore that voice, though? It's adorable. Initiative. I want my Unfrozen acting first so that I can delay my turn. Which is funny when I say it out loud. I worry about this next fight. A little bit. See if we got what it takes. I do feel like this combination has not a whole lot of support, shall we say? It's kind of like all in, which is maybe good, maybe bad. You already have a buff, so get slapped. Ow. I don't know if that was a good use of my one ward, but that's what it was. My one block. This guy has 8 resistance. Okay, so about the traps. The Unfrozen can break any trap as long as he's not the one in it. A funny stipulation, isn't it? And these guys are going to attack me when I move, but I think it's worth it. Ow. Aha! Trap hurts. I could Wrath. I need to destroy this, though. Oh, and it makes the Blood Phantom stronger. That's right, I remember. I did that, didn't I? That was a thing I did.
Maybe I'll craft this one into furniture.
It's a better fate than he deserves. When are you going? Get over here. This debuff increases the damage he takes, and it's wonderful. I really should be using it more often. I don't remember how much Wrath it takes for you to do your thing. I think it's 40. In which case I can do this.
Extinction of life.
We're gonna find out. It is 40. I'm the best. It's a little unfortunate, though, that it is going to get me hit again. But it will heal me. I healed for 20, and I was hit for 7, so it was worth it. This guy is just not having a good day. Don't kill my Unfrozen, please. I shouldn't have said that. Here. Die. Then we shoot this guy.
One more for the stockpiles.
And then we... I guess cut him. Remember when that was a thing? People saying, like, I'm going to cut you as a threat or something? That wasn't just me, right? You mean invalid target? Oh. This. Never had a crit ignite before. We did it. We pulled it off by the skin of our teeth.
Suffering ends, your service begins.
We definitely need to expand the mortuary. And put people in. We got epic rags. Wow. Put them in there. What did I upgrade with you? I don't even remember. Probably his attack, right? Yes, because see, he gets a lot of armor and resistance, and he has 4 by default. This guy is a tanky boy, and he only gets tankier. And I love putting points in there as well. But I'm going to upgrade his attack, because I can. The Dampier. For the Dampier. Probably just wait. Probably just chill. I needed a Wraith. Do I have enough of these? I do. Good. Oh, the Wraith.
An unassuming creation. Perhaps the warnings were just superstitions.
Okay. I kind of want the Blood Phantom in there because I'm afraid. Also, this is 50% Vigor, and on Cakewalk it's 100% Vigor, and that's an adjustment that needs to happen. We have 3 points. So I think I want this.
With knowledge and will comes victory.
The spell is also very powerful, but I don't know if that's a thing we want right now. I'm also going to get... I like a muck, but we're not using that yet. Drums of War.
I embrace this fury.
This is the line that a menu, when it starts its turns, it gets a benefit if Iratus has X amount of Wrath. So it's 25, you get 2 initiative. 50, you get 4 dread. 75, you restore 5 health. And at 100, Iratus receives 12 spell power. This is the entirely boom boom tree, I think. Yeah. There's nothing passive here, it's all boom boom. So if you like going boom boom, that's the place to do it. But I think we're going to call it there for today. Hopefully next time we have enough stuff here to start working on a second group composition that's more of stress shenanigans. Now, not exactly pure stress blowing up or laying on heart attacks like I did before. This is what I've uncovered with the sort of hybrid stress build that is a lot of fun to play. Especially if you like seeing people cry and then immediately die. It's actually hilarious. So look forward to that next time. Bye-bye.